Hello everyone, welcome to this new Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I'm so excited to get to play this with you. I'm going to admit this is not blind. I have played through the game once before. I got it on release day. I've actually got two Switches. This is my second Switch. And I'm so excited to play this with you because, I'm going to be honest, this became my favourite Zelda game. Who is that? Who could that be? What's the light? Don't step into the light. Such an obvious joke, I know, but... And if you hear some slurping, it's a Red Bull. Sorry if that takes you out of the game, but... Hey, Link's gotta eat in this game.
Your eyes.
Open your eyes. Especially, like, if you have them.
Your eyes.
Okay, where are we?
Wake up, Link.
So let's just talk about where I feel, because if you don't know, before I was on YouTube, I was, I want to say a semi-prominent figure in the Zelda theorist community for about 10 years. Now, in terms of Breath of the Wild, I have no idea where it is on the timeline. Like, I played through the game once before. I still have no idea, because the Rito and the Koroks are around, so by default I would assume Wind Waker timeline. And I thought, when I saw the Koroks were around, that Link in Breath of the Wild was probably the hero of the Flood. Now, the hero of the Flood, for all of you that don't know, is a theoretical figure in the Zelda timeline that failed to defeat Ganon. Anytime Ganon is around, there is a hero. Okay. I'll continue this in a second once we get past this beginning segment. So, let's just have a quick look around. Okay. Some stars. This game is so beautiful. Like, something in my first playthrough I was just like, ugh, because it's so pretty. Like, I don't care if it's not full 1080p. It's beautiful.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it.
Can I...
It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Can I just say, I find, to me, the Sheikah slate looks like a Nintendo Switch. A lot of other people, like, I don't see it. To me, it looks like a Switch. And so, like, lots of people to me are like, no, it looks nothing like it. But I'm like, no, the whole time, like, that's a Nintendo gimmick. You have a Switch in the game, but it just goes by a different name. So many other people like Faust are just seeing what you want to see. And I'm like, no, it looks like a Switch. The Sheikah slate is a Switch. That's why they designed it like that. They've known about the Switch for years. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. No one can tell me otherwise. Let's open you up. Which is also what guys say to me at clubs. Open inventory. Okay. And if, in case any of you are wondering, I'm playing with the Pro controller, because I like things to be easy for myself. But, fun fact that a lot of people don't realize, in Breath of the Wild, you can get Zora armor. Let's open this up.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
I can hear like a slight ringing, and I don't know if it's my headphones or my capture device. So please let me know if you can hear that ringing as well, because my headphones were quite expensive. So I wouldn't want to have to replace them. Authenticating. Sheikah slate confirmed. Oh, this is the sad thing. For the beginning segment, you guys won't get to hear my fun voices. Like, the game's not got full voice acting, but it does have voices, I guess you could say.
Link,
we get to meet my
you
crush.
are the light.
I'm so looking forward to
Our
playing this
light.
game with you.
That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Okay. For reasons you'll discover as we play this game, you can tell this segment was written before the rest of the game. Okay, we jump with that and sprint with B. But we can't roll, and that makes me sad. Bum, 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 bum. This game is so beautiful, and so much more fun than any other Zelda game, and I'm so happy I get to play it with you. I mean, I feel like this is the Hyrule that we've all seen. We've seen this Hyrule before, but finally we can explore it all. We're not, like, the mountains aren't borders. The mountains are climbable. And there's a dude. Let's go talk to this dude. So, okay, as I was saying before about the hero of the flood. Pro tip, don't jump off of there. You can't. Well, you can, but you die. Hey, I've never noticed that before. Let us just... Damn it, I can't... Okay, I just want to... There we go. And place pin. Just placing my pin there for later. I've never noticed that before. Let's take this. We got a tree branch. Okay, so as I was saying before about the hero of the flood. Okay. The hero of the flood is a figure that's theoretical. You see, whenever there is a Ganon, there is a version of Link. And keep in mind that this is set in medieval times and Link is a warrior, so we can assume that most versions of Link would only live to be about 30 years old, at most. 30 to 40. Meaning, and there was 100 years between Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time. Meaning there was enough space for another Link that we did not see in... after Ocarina of Time, but before Wind Waker, a Link that failed to defeat Ganon, which allowed Ganon to take over, and thus caused the goddesses to have to flood Hyrule. I thought that we were going to play as this failed Link, who awoke in the Shrine of Resurrection after the flood had dispersed and Hyrule had returned. It's not the case. It's not the case whatsoever. There's no, like, allusion to Hyrule once being flooded in this game. It's like, let's just take you. There's nothing. Okay, let's... Hello, sir. I beg your pardon. I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh, forgive me. I could not resist pulling your leg and eating it. I want to eat your leg. But please help yourself to an apple. If I've learned anything from Disney movies, do not accept apples from strangers. Because, especially like in real life, because one time things were going well. As birds were helping me do the laundry, squirrels were helping me make clothes, and an old woman came to my door with an apple, and I told her to fuck off. Who are you? Me? I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool that lived here alone for quite some time. Now what brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I can't imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plitier. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. I love that clang, 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 clang of his lantern the whole time. That temple there, that was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. If I know video games, that means go to that temple. And we got an axe. Okay, and we can switch the weapon. Get it? We're playing the Switch and we can switch the weapon. Okay, so let's talk about something quite controversial. The frame rate drops in this game. Personally, I haven't really experienced them. Oh, speaking of, I am going for a 20-minute... Oh?
Link.
Hello.
Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Will do. Check the Sheikah slate with the minus button. Okay. So we have to go to there. I mean, just look at how colourful this world is. So this is the point that we have to go to. Okay. But I'm going to explore first. Like, first off, let's you found me! You're not Heitsu, but you can see me? I didn't know your kind could see the children of the forest. Well, if you run into Heitsu, please return this to him. Oh, and my friends are hiding in lots of different places too. Don't be shy about poking your nose into suspicious places. There's 900 of them, guys. There's 900 Korok seeds you can get in this game. I think in my actual game, I've got like 10. Okay, so before we go forward, we want to get naked. Remove. So we can just swim a bit faster. It doesn't make too big of a difference, but it makes difference enough when you're surrounded by a body of water, and quite frankly, you don't have much stamina yet. Rusty broadsword. Oh, I keep acting as if I've got the paraglider and double pressing X, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna drown. Okay, let's go this way. Look at just how pretty that light is. Okay, let's head this way. Oh, and equip the rusty broadsword. Oh, I do have all the amiibo, but I won't be using them on the first episode, just so we can play through the first area properly, and then I'll use the amiibo, because... Oh, you've probably already seen it. I think I'm going to release that video first. My comedy video on Zelda comes out before this one. And I don't know. I just feel like it'll be a bit more funny if I don't use the amiibo. This is my opinion. My opinion as a professional comedian. If your stamina wheel runs out, you'll be fucked. Okay. So what you want to do to kill these guys and get some meat? Speaking of meat, I'm really fucking hungry in real life right now. I've been bulking for the past few months. And I've just started cutting, and I'm doing like a fasting cutting diet where I fast for about 8 hours and then stop. And basically have a big meal every 8 hours rather than constantly eat. Look at them, they're dead, the bastards. But yeah, I'm doing a thing where I fast for 8 hours, then eat a big meal, or have some gainer, and it's been difficult because I'm just used to like constantly eating every 2 or 3 hours. It's not been fun. Not gonna lie. Yeah, energy dies. But it's been better than that year I did my cutting by just cutting out carbs completely, and then I liked how thin I looked, so I just didn't eat carbs for about a year, and then I almost died. But, you know, it's like they say, if you have a racist friend, now is the time for your friendship to end. I think probably like one of you is going to be old enough to know that song. Yeah, it's not a new SJW song. It's like old school. Yeah. Remember, when in doubt, just shoot him in the head. That's a hint, Americans. You have a president. I'm kidding. If you like Trump, whatever. I don't like Trump for political reasons, and personal reasons. But, you know, if you like Trump, then I'll just judge you silently. I won't be too vocal about it, other than when I'm vocal about it. Freedom of speech, yo. Okay. We're placing the pedestal there. Sheikah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is a nice tower. And so are all of those towers. But like, wouldn't you shit? I'm sorry I always bring up shit, but like, if you were just told, place your Sheikah Slate here, and then the thing started to rise up off the ground to a point where, you know, if you had to jump to get out of there, you would be trapped. Like, wouldn't you shit? I would shit. I'd be like, oh my god, tower, stop doing this. Like, I know I always bring up shitting and farting in my Let's Plays, but that's because the reality is, when I get scared, I get the shits. I do. And it's a hard life, distilling local information. And then the tower jizzes on your Sheikah Slate, and it's just... You have to touch that. Oh, yeah. We got the local area. Regional map extracted. Remember.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast.
Oh, no.
When the beast regains
Oh, no.
Now then. You must hurry, Link.
We're hurrying. By hurrying, I mean I'm gonna go on a bit of an adventure.
Before it's too late.
Okay. Well, you're a cheery bitch, aren't you? Okay, now I have to get out of here by dropping. That was close. Yeah, this is why I hate this tower. Because you have to drop. And as you guys know, there are two things that I hate. Fictional dropping and fictional, like, virtual seas. And for some reason I'm terrified of virtual seas. Not the real sea, though. My, it would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it erupted across the land, one after another. It's almost as though a long-dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd while occur you atop that tower? I heard a voice! Ah, well, a voice you say. And did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? Nope. Oh, I see. That is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, that very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? I do. I had a feeling you would say that. Here on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If you were to try to jump off, well, no death could be more certain or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, it'll be another story. Hand it over! Oh, certainly, why not? But there is no such thing as a free item in this world, you know. I want to save the world. Give me your damn paraglider. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Okay. Open adventure log. Okay. Whatever. Come, let me show you something. Okay, guys. I feel like that is where we're going to end this part. So, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to all the social links down below, and we're going to continue this next time. I'm going to do these parts for 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to aim for 20, but if they go to 30, they go to 30. So, that's not a problem. But for now, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to all the social links down below, and I will see you next time on this Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.